Technology shares on Wall Street have fallen sharply in response to the emergence of a low-cost chatbot.
We've got a bit of a tech sell-off this morning.
DeepSeek shaking up global tech.
Nvidia is down about 17%.
What does DeepSeek represent?
Imagine this: a tiny Chinese startup, barely 2 years old, storms onto the scene and dethrones the kings of AI, OpenAI, Google, Meta, in a matter of weeks. They've built an AI so powerful, so efficient, it's got Silicon Valley sweating, Wall Street crashing, and Nvidia losing $600 billion in a single day. This isn't science fiction. This is DeepSeek AI, and it's not just an AI, it's a wake-up call. How did a team of 200 nobodies pull this off? What makes it better than the billion-dollar giants? And why are people saying this could change everything? Buckle up, because this story's wilder than you think. July 2023, Hangzhou, China, a city pulsing with tech fever, the Silicon Valley of the East. A guy named Liang Wenfeng, Zhejiang University prodigy, math genius turned hedge fund titan, steering high-flyer capital with $15 billion in his pocket. He's crushing it, making trades that leave Wall Street dizzy. But Liang's bored. He's not here for petty profits anymore. He's got a crazier dream: artificial general intelligence. AI that doesn't just spit out answers, but thinks, reasons, maybe outsmarts us. So, he spins off DeepSeek. 200 employees, mostly fresh grads, working with a secret stash of Nvidia chips he'd stockpiled before US sanctions slammed China in 2022. This isn't some bloated, state-backed giant like Huawei, flush with government cash. No, DeepSeek's a lean, scrappy startup, a rogue crew with no safety net and everything to prove. Liang's betting it all, his money, his rep, on this wild shot. And they delivered something the world wasn't ready for. All right, let's fast forward. November 2023. DeepSeek's just a blip on the radar, a tiny Chinese startup nobody's heard of. Then, boom, they drop their first bomb. DeepSeek Coder, an open-source coding AI free for anyone to grab. No paywalls, no subscriptions, just pure raw power. Developers lose their minds. It's fast, it's clean, spitting out code like Python, JavaScript, you name it. It's a sleeper hit, quietly racking up fans on platforms like Hugging Face, where coders start tweaking it like mad scientists. But this is just the opening act. DeepSeek's got bigger plans, and they're about to floor it. Cut to December 2024. DeepSeek unveils V3, 671 billion parameters, a colossal beast of a model. This isn't some lightweight toy. It's a heavyweight contender, built to slug it out with the big dogs like GPT-4o and Claude. Word spreads fast. Benchmarks leak, showing it crushing rivals in math, coding, reasoning, you name it. Tech nerds on X are buzzing, calling it a Chinese Sputnik moment. January 20th, 2025. DeepSeek R1 hits the scene. A chatbot that doesn't just talk, it thinks. It storms the Apple App Store like a tidal wave, hitting #1 in days, shoving ChatGPT down to #2 like it's yesterday's news. Downloads go nuclear, 2.6 million in a week, ballooning to 10 million users by mid-February. And here's the kicker. DeepSeek R1 didn't just climb the charts, it became the most downloaded app on both Apple App Store and Google Play Store in under 7 days. And they're not stopping there. According to 3 people familiar with the company, DeepSeek had planned to release R2 in early May, but now wants it out as early as possible. The hype's already building, and they're racing to keep the momentum roaring. DeepSeek didn't just stumble into building a better AI. No, they cracked the code, hacked the whole damn system. Think about the competition. ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, Meta's Llama. These are the lumbering giants of tech. OpenAI reportedly shelled out $100 million to train GPT-4, burning through insane amounts of cash and energy. These models are like old-school muscle cars, big, loud, and stupidly expensive to keep on the road. Silicon Valley's been flexing that way for years, throwing money and hardware at every problem. Then there's DeepSeek. Costs just $6 million. How? They're running on 2,000 Nvidia H800 chips, older tech, leftovers from before the US slapped export bans on China in 2022. Washington thought they'd choke China's AI dreams by cutting off the good stuff, H100s, the shiny new toys. But DeepSeek took what they had, squeezed every drop of juice out of it, and built something insane. This isn't brute force, it's brain power. Most AIs are one giant brain, firing every neuron for every task. Overkill, wasteful, like using a sledgehammer to crack a walnut. But DeepSeek's different. They've got this trick called inference time compute scaling, dialing power up or down on the fly, depending on how tough the question is. Less power, less heat, less cache. Efficient, cheap, revolutionary. NBC News called it a game changer in 3 charts. This isn't just tech. It's a middle finger to the bloated, overpriced AI race Silicon Valley's been running. Let's hit the data, because hard facts don't lie. Start with training costs. DeepSeek claims to have developed its R1 model for less than $6 million, and GPT-4 over $100 million. Some whisper it's closer to 150, but OpenAI's not spilling that tea. That's 16, 17, maybe 20 times more cash burned just to get it off the ground. DeepSeek's not just cheaper, it's faster and leaner than other AI chatbots. V3 took $6 million and 2 months to cook. 2 months. ChatGPT's GPT-4, 100 million plus and months, maybe years, of Silicon Valley sweat. Google's Gemini? Whispers say 80 to 120 million, chugging along for who knows how long on Alphabet's dime. Meta's Llama? 60 million minimum, months of grind, 16,000 GPUs begging for a break. Silicon Valley's been flexing those deep pockets for years, but DeepSeek's like, nah, we'll do it smarter. And they did. The inference costs, the price to actually run this thing. R1's at 55 cents per million input tokens, $2.19 per million output, whereas OpenAI's O1 model, $15 input, $60 output. That's 20 to 50 times more expensive. DeepSeek's basically giving it away while OpenAI's charging caviar prices for the same meal. Then there's performance benchmarks. MMLU scores, R1 hits 90.8, razor close to O1's 97.3 in math and coding. ChatGPT's free version? It's not even in the race. And Math 500? R1's at 97.3, edging out O1's 96.4. This isn't just keeping up, it's flexing. And on the date of January 27, 2025, DeepSeek triggered the global tech sell-off. Nvidia's stock tanks 17%, $600 billion gone overnight. $1 trillion evaporate from the market. And these graphs? They're the proof that DeepSeek's not playing catch-up. They're rewriting the game. So, what DeepSeek actually do? Buckle up. It's everything ChatGPT does, but 10 times better. Let's start with coding. Python, JavaScript, C++. You name it, it's got it, no bugs, no fluff. Developers are obsessed. And if we talk about general chat, here's where it gets interesting. It's got reasoning, chain of thoughts, logic that tears apart complex questions like a detective. Ask it something wild, like how do I optimize a rocket launch? It'll break it down, piece by piece, no sweat. Developers love it. Open source, free to tweak, no strings attached. Big dogs like Microsoft's Azure? They've already snapped it up, plugging it into their cloud to power who knows what. Regular folks planning vacations to Bali, drafting essays for college, even coding their own apps, all without dropping a dime. If we talk about performance, it's not just keeping up, it's outpacing Claude and Gemini in technical tasks. The R1 model explains its reasoning step by step. If it makes a mistake, you can see exactly where. More importantly, the model walks through the solution, realizes it made a mistake, and corrects itself. That's new. Most AI models don't do this. They either get it right or wrong and move on, smoking the competition. This isn't a participation trophy. It's DeepSeek flexing on the big dogs, proving you don't need a fat wallet to win. That mixture of experts' design, 671 billion parameters, only 37 billion firing per task, keeps it lightning fast. No bloated delays, no laggy nonsense. MIT Tech Review? Nailed it. DeepSeek's ripping up the AI playbook. This isn't evolution, It's a middle finger to Silicon Valley's bloated budgets and overpriced hype. Lean, mean, and unstoppable. DeepSeek's rewriting the rules, and the old guard's scrambling to catch up. But hold up, there's a dark flip side to this fairy tale, and it's got Beijing's fingerprints all over it. DeepSeek's Chinese roots aren't just a fun fact. They're a red flag. Ask it about Tiananmen Square, that brutal 1989 massacre where tanks rolled over student protesters, you get nada, silence, or a robotic dodge about core socialist values. BBC ran the test. What happened on June 4, 1989? DeepSeek froze. Sorry, that's beyond my scope. Taiwan? Same deal. Integral part of China since ancient times. Straight from the Communist Party playbook. No debate, no nuance, just the party line. This isn't an AI talking. It's Beijing's megaphone. Then there's the chaos. When DeepSeek hits #1 on Apple App Store, a cyber attack hits. DDoS, maybe flooding their servers with junk traffic till they choke. And suddenly, their app's under siege? Coincidence? Come on. Smells like sabotage. Who's behind it? Rivals? Governments? No one's claiming it, but the timing's too perfect. This isn't just a glitch. It's a warning shot in a tech war. Well, in the meanwhile, DeepSeek R1 sometimes thinks it's ChatGPT. Forbes dropped the bomb. A study found 74.2% stylistic overlap with ChatGPT's responses. Did DeepSeek train on stolen data? Scrape open AI's outputs and reverse engineer them? Sam Altman's dropping hints, tweeting shady jabs like, "Imitation's flattery, huh?" DeepSeek's staying quiet, but the whispers are loud. This isn't just tech anymore. It's a geopolitical thriller with censorship, cyber attacks, and data heists turning an AI race into a shadowy chess game. Let's zoom out a little. DeepSeek's not just an app, it's a crack in the foundation of everything we thought we knew about tech dominance. It's proof you don't need Silicon Valley's bottomless cache, Nvidia's bleeding-edge H100 chips, or a trillion-dollar data center to run the game. China's playing chess, strategic, calculated, 3 moves ahead. While the US is fumbling the pieces, caught off guard like it's 1957 all over again. In the meanwhile, China's government pumping cash into AI. Millions of STEM grads flooding the field, twice as many as the top 5 Western countries combined. This isn't luck, it's a machine firing on all cylinders. Trump's on X, talking about a wake-up call for our industries, pushing his $500 billion Stargate project to claw back the lead. But here's the twist. DeepSeek's open source. Free code, free power. Nature says it's a gift to the world. Every kid with a laptop could build the next big thing. Or flood the planet with misinformation tools, cyber weapons, unstoppable, untraceable. So, what's next? China's not just catching up. They're rewriting the rules. The US led the AI race with cash and swagger, but DeepSeek's lean efficiency could flip the board. And the world's watching. This isn't a startup tale anymore. It's the future knocking, asking, who's really in charge now? So, DeepSeek's here. Have you tried it yet? Fired up R1? Asked it something wild, seen what it can do? Or are you sitting there thinking, this is overhyped, another AI bubble waiting to pop? Either way, I want to know. Drop your take in the comments below. I'm reading every single one, trust me. This story's not over. It's just the opening chapter, because DeepSeek is launching its new R2 model, and rumors has it that it's much more efficient than R1. Stay tuned to find out what Liang Wenfeng is cooking next. If these deep dives into tech's wild have you hooked, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we're just warming up. Until then, keep questioning the narrative. Keep digging beneath the surface. This is your game now. Peace out.